What's up, everybody? Welcome to Around the Monitor, the weekly gaming news talk show where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. Joining me once again is Master Ham Mizuki.
Oh, what am I going to do with all these Junimos? There's so many Junimos.
What even is that?
You play... Oh, God, you didn't get far enough in Stardew. God damn it. They're like the little Stardew cute dudes.
Is that how that's pronounced?
Guys. Yeah. They're cute as fuck. Come on.
Okay. We've got the Ace Attorney, Dapper Dastard.
What's up?
We've got the number 2 games journalist in the world, Justin. Oh. And we lost his microphone at the crucial moment.
Wait.
Oh, there we go. We hear you now.
Are we back?
We got you.
Awesome.
Number 2 games journalist.
Number 2, baby.
Number 2. Well, Justin Schreier, for now.
Oh, God.
And we've got the voice of the people, Hio590.
I'm finally growing out my long-term job facial hair once again.
Wow. It's been a long time. And we've got Ian in the chat as well, playing Stardew at the moment. Ian, didn't you tell me you couldn't be on the show because you had something to do this week? Interesting.
To be fair, I said the same thing. To be fair, I said the same thing.
This is true. You know what?
Here I am.
I guess it's time to acknowledge the elephant in the room, folks. Coronavirus is taking the world by storm, just ruining everything, as we are probably going to be talking about for the next few weeks, possibly months. Coronavirus is everywhere, and it is changing things, changing lives, ending lives. That was a bad joke.
Didn't like that.
Yep. It took it just barely too far.
Here's the thing. When I was on vacation this week, watching the news, there was an article. It was like the best things to do. One was obviously wash your hand, don't touch your face, all the stuff we always hear. And the second one was like, don't make jokes about it. And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, that's a defense mechanism. Stop making jokes about it. And I was like, no, that's
what our generation does.
But normally we start the show off with a trivia question to decide the order. So let's get right into that. This week's trivia question, a late-breaking news. I didn't put it as an article, but it seems like there are some strong rumors that the Silent Hills franchise will be making a return. Apparently there are allegedly 2 games in the works for the series. My question to you all is, how many copies has the Silent Hill franchise sold in its entirety?
7. No.
I'll say this: there was a lot more games in the franchise than I thought.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't even know all the installments.
There's 4 main games, but I think there's like another 6 spin-offs, or if you count like remakes.
Count?
PT is free.
Yeah, but does it?
No,
okay,
you're right.
so-
You're right. It wouldn't count
okay.
as a copy. No.
Okay. God.
7 million.
Solid 7 by Hio.
I'm gonna go 32. That's too high.
That's
20...
That's a big number.
I want to say 17 million.
I'll go with 12 million.
I'm going 21 million.
Okay. Correct answer is 9 million. So that makes Hio the leader for this week.
Wow. Silent Hill sells like ass. Why are they still making that?
Yeah, it's
Because remakes, man. Remakes.
It really is talked about like a series that has sold better.
it really hasn't.
Yeah, it was like between 10 games, they must have sold at least 2 million a game. No, not even 1 million per game.
I'm pretty sure most of those spin-offs are bad.
Yes.
That's so crazy.
I think
So
half of the
great.
mainline games are bad.
So that's fair.
That doesn't stop Sonic from selling copies.
Yeah, this is very true. All right, so the order I believe is going to be Hio, followed by Dapper, followed by Justin, followed by Mizuki.
Yeah, I'm
Is that
definitely
correct? Okay. All right, let's go through this week's topics. We've got E3 is officially canceled. What does this mean for the industry and the future of the event? Xbox and Ubisoft stated that they'll be doing digital events around E3. Actually, just today, I believe Square Enix confirmed that they're going to be doing the same as well. Also, Warner Brothers Games was reportedly going to host their own conference at E3, presumably to announce Rocksteady's new game, whatever Batman game they're working on, and the new Harry Potter game that we saw leaked, I think, 2 years ago now. Mario and Lego team up to release a game/level builder/Lego set. It's a lot, but it looks kind of dope. We'll talk about that. Turns out Doom Eternal will not be in 4K on Google Stadia, despite the fact that it was promised to be in 4K on Google Stadia.
Fucking Stadia.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
A lot of things promised about Google Stadia.
Yeah. We've got Reggie Fils-Aime joins GameStop's board of directors. Can he save the Titanic from sinking?
The answer may not surprise you.
HBO is going to be producing a TV series for The Last of Us. Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be coming to PC this fall. Or no, I think it's actually summer. I think that's a misquote on my part. Pokemane,
summer, right?
yeah. Pokemane and Dr. Disrespect sign a multi-year exclusivity deal with Twitch. Epic acquires Cubic Motion, the studio who did facial animation for God of War and Hellblade. And Call of Duty Warzone, the brand new Battle Royale, is taking the world by storm, as in just 24 hours it gets 6 million players, over doubling the success of Apex Legends in the same time. All right, Hayo, lots to talk about this week. Lots of news, lots of things. Where would you like to start?
Let me go ahead and run one of these into the ground real quick so nobody else can like pop off with them, right?
Okay.
Give me the E3's officially canceled.
Wow, I did not expect you to start talking about this. This is a serious topic.
Funnily enough, a few of the other websites are just down right now. So...
God bless you, IGN, for giving us this article and your bandwidth.
So, E3 got canceled because of the virus, right? Mm-hmm. And apparently some of these other websites got canceled because of the virus. Whatever. It's this is not really the blow they want to be taking right now, right?
No.
Because they've got all these people pulling out first, and now they're pulling out of their own thing, whether, you know, they didn't want to or wasn't consensual or whatever, but E3's canceling E3, right? And now that everybody's going to be like, oh, well, let's go ahead and put all of our contingencies into play, which we've just all had ready to go. If everything goes well for everybody, then it's like, all right, now that we're working from home and we've decided that's like a viable option and we can do that going forward without the virus, let's go ahead and put on our own Nintendo Directs and PlayStation State of Plays and whatnot. Now that we know we don't need E3, since people are checking us out even without those guys. So when E3's like, yeah, we're gonna try to do our own thing next year, maybe get something digital going. It's like, nah, all the developers are good. We got our own shit going. You can just go ahead and stay in your grave over there, E3. It's all right. This might be like the most, rather than crashing and burning, going the GameStop route. They got to bring in Reggie to fix things, right?
Who knows? Maybe next year, Reggie comes in to save E3.
He might be an E3 dude. He's like, I brought Nintendo back. Hey, Miyamoto. Miyamoto dead?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm about to take away a point for even saying that.
No, Hayo's thinking of Iwata.
Yeah, I think of Iwata, who did pass.
All right. Well,
rest in peace, Iwata, man.
Maybe Reggie brings back Iwata. He's like, hey, I know E3's been struggling. I did a little necromancy with my boys.
What?
Over at GameStop. I'm just going to Iwata back this E3 2021.
God.
You heard it on Around the Monitor first. Reggie Fils-Aime is a necromancer.
But like in a good way.
Iwata confirmed for E3 2021. Also, E3 2021 confirmed to exist.
But this might be like the best way for E3 to die, you know.
A crash and burn rather than a slow death by 1,000 cuts, I guess.
Correct.
I'm saying they're already bleeding out from a decent amount of cuts.
Yes.
This might truly be the best way to go.
Between like just generally like becoming more like PAX and losing their identity as a show, PlayStation coming disappearing from the show last year, and what was it? Last year they had
this year too.
And this year, and they had the giant leak of like the 2,000 plus journalists / personalities, like all their personal info got leaked. I think I'm a little sad to say it, but I think E3 is probably gone, and I think it might be a good thing at this point in time. But it's gonna be interesting.
Man, we just keep losing all our fucking single letter number video game shit. G4 dead, E3 gone.
Wow, G4, what a
Wow, yeah, that's a deep cut.
it really is.
Half-Life
I'm
3
getting a little
gone.
nervous. The gamers, I'm worried, guys. We gotta get it together. We gotta do something.
Listen, Hayo, you're lucky your name has 3 letters in it instead of just 2. It was like HO590. You might be dead next week.
They're coming for me next.
That was a bad joke. All right, let's get out of here. Dapper, what would you like to take for your next topic?
At least he admits it. All right. I haven't done this, I think, in a couple weeks, so I gotta yell. I gotta do a "What the hell is wrong with gamers" segment.
Ooh.
So we're gonna talk about Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh yeah.
Going to PC.
Some fun stories here. Take it away.
So Horizon Zero Dawn, a former PS4 exclusive, is getting a PC port. We think like what, summer, right?
Yeah.
Having summer's what we said.
Yes.
And this is really cool. Now more people who might not have a PS4 might get to experience this awesome game.
Yeah.
This is really a good thing. Accessibility, more people playing it, more people to talk about it. This stuff's all good. So obviously, how do gamers react? They lose their fucking shit for no goddamn reason.
Well, that's the internet's MO, right?
Exactly. But yeah, this shit's just bonkers because I don't understand why people take pride in having in having an exclusive. Like, it's not like the rare, it's not like having I have the only edition of this super rare action figure, or millions of people already have it. If some more millions of people also have it, it doesn't make it any less special for you. You're not losing anything, nor is there any damage to anything. And people have to realize the era of console wars and exclusivity is dying. It's dying really fast and pretty hard. Sure, it's not like tomorrow we're seeing Mario on the new Xbox system, but less and less are you really gonna be seeing games that stay on one system. Most games are going to be a system and PC, and even more than that, we're going to start seeing games on competitor systems. So it's you can baby rage all you want, but you're not going to stop the trend that's literally already happening. This is not something that can be prevented. It's not something that should be prevented, and it's not something that really anyone needs to get upset about.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think it's gonna be awesome seeing more games accessible to everybody a little bit easier. Justin, you look like you got something you want to add?
I mean, I think so. It's like you said, we're moving in a direction where console exclusives in general, are becoming less and less a thing. But we're also in a period where timed exclusives are a thing. And when it boils down to it, Sony is they're not going to want to let go. We know that. We saw how hard that they pushed against, crossplay and things like that last year. They essentially were forced to play ball. But it's also, I think, a really strong marketing tactic, because if they bring this thing to a platform, and we don't have this confirmed yet, but if Horizon 2 is not even a launch title, but in the early, months or maybe the first year of PS5, this entire audience that is fresh off the heels of Horizon, has never had this experience before, is incentivized to then go purchase this console.
Yeah, I think it's a slam dunk. Good idea on their part for sure.
And one last thing, everyone forgets that PS Now exists. But
it is also on PS Now. You're right.
Games on PS Now on your PC already, and have been able to for months.
That's actually a really good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, the
fucking whining for 5-month-old news.
Hey, are you trying to put facts and figures ahead of the internet's desire to rage at something?
Yeah,
it never works.
The outrageous truth.
Justin, it's your turn for your topic. What would you like to take?
Oh, I think I'm going to take The Last of Us. Actually, you know what? Let's switch it over to Reggie at GameStop.
All right.
I have an interesting take on this,
Yeah.
I feel like. So, think at first, like, so Reggie going to GameStop, that headline alone, everyone's like, what the hell? It's like shock right out the gate. But I think if you back up a little bit, it starts to make a little bit more sense. At least it did for me. So George Sherman, who's the current CEO of GameStop, was also working for Best Buy. He was the vice president of Best Buy for a while, and he was overseeing the Geek Squad stuff. And he actually turned that company around. Like, he helped them back in like 2005, I think it was, and pulled them out of like really hard times. Reggie, historically, I know, like, he came out of the Wii U. Like, he helped that not crash a company. I remember reading things. I was like, is Nintendo done? But I mean, it's the same, like, the Wii U walked so the Switch could run, but Reggie is also a public figure, and not only is he like symbiotic with turning around bad situations, but he's also like, when Reggie comes on stage, there's good tidings. No one's ever saw Reggie's face and been like, oh shit, we're in for some bad news. So I think what GameStop's trying to do is, it's, you can only plug so many holes with your fingers before like the ship actually sinks, but I think it's honestly a pretty logical move from a business perspective of them, like, trying to bring in this A-team, these Avengers of like people that historically have turned around horrible retail situations. But yeah, that's pretty much my take on it.
Yeah, I think Reggie is, like you said, he's a symbol of hope for gamers, and
yes.
It is tough to save a company just from one board of directors switch, but if anyone can help do that, Reggie's the kind of guy who can make that work.
I do have to wonder how big the check was that they cut him for this, but and how much he'll actually be hands on. But
I was gonna say,
yeah,
board directors are not notoriously like that hands on. They're advisors.
Yeah.
They're really expensive advisors.
I mean, fair point.
Good on Reggie. It's the thing, right? I think when Reggie retired, because he said he wanted to spend more time with his family, I was like, I don't think this guy can retire. He's I think at his soul a workaholic. Yep. And I think this is kind of the perfect in between for him, where he can probably work maybe less than 40 hours a week, maybe, and still get time with his family.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'd be shocked if he were working 20 as a board of director.
Yeah. Who knows?
He's a couple months off and he's bored. He's like, fuck, I actually got a sticky. Like, get me out of here.
He's like, oh, man.
I like my family, but not that much.
He's like, oh, geez, I got these 3 kids. They won't stop talking about Animal Crossing and Mother 3.
Yeah, it's like, I just needed like 2 weekends off, not fucking to retire. What was I thinking?
Music, where'd you like to take us for your first topic?
We're going to go back to E3 with WB.
Oh, yeah, Warner Brothers Games. Something I'm super excited to hear.
Well, we're super excited to hear.
Very true. Very true.
All right, so according to Jason Schreier over at Kotaku, after E3 got canceled, he said basically WB Games was planning on doing their first E3 press conference ever, where they would reveal the next Batman game, the next project by Rocksteady Games, the Harry Potter game, all in one conference, which that's
a banger.
That's a baller move right there. In a year where most people have been pretty silent about what's coming. Like, Nintendo hasn't said what's coming, Xbox hasn't said what's coming other than Halo and the new system, PlayStation hasn't said shit. So that's a baller move to drop those 3. And they're also distributing Cyberpunk 2077 in the US.
Yeah.
So it's not unfeasible that they would have the Cyberpunk presentation if they were doing a press conference. And that's not to say Cyberpunk wouldn't have something in the Xbox conference again or something.
I think they show it both, probably.
They could double dip easily. So I think, like, honestly, if anyone this is a bummer for, it's fucking WB that E3 got canceled.
Yeah.
Now, they can still do a press conference. Everyone's going to do digital stuff. And realistically, all that the majority of gamers cared about, minus the 1,000 or so press that got to actually sit down on the press conferences, is seeing the press conference. They could literally rent a theater that's empty. It'd be real cheap right now. Film their press conference. Edit in some laugh and audience tracks. There you go. E3 press conference for WB. I'll take give me a contractor check right now. I'll help you out. We'll get this going.
Hey man,
that's all you need to do.
Broadway just closed all their shows for the rest of the month. Just rent out a theater on Broadway. Boom.
Easy, cheap, easy, and then you get like a banger E3 press conference that will probably beat most other press conferences. So just do it, WB. Just do it. Do it.
You heard it here first, folks. Just do it. All right. Going
as Gatorade would say.
Isn't that Nike?
Yeah, Nike.
Really quick.
I'm off today.
Before we go into the second round here, I want to take a word from our sponsor. That is patreon.com/aroundthemonitor. Yes, folks, we do have a Patreon. If you enjoy any of the content we do here, please consider donating at just the $1 level, and you will actually get bonus content, such as our video on us ranking the best Nintendo consoles, which you can actually check out because we do have it for free available to non-Patreon subs just to get to see what we do on the Patreon. But we are planning to record an episode tomorrow as well for the best moments in video games. So stay tuned for that as well. But, okay, going back into the second round here. Hayo, your choice again. Where would you like to take us?
I'm talking about Dr. Disrespect and Pokemane, dude.
Oh, wow. The people's voice talking about... I don't know what they are, but they're the people, right?
They're sort of people.
Hayo590, number one streamer. These people are, in his shadow, but I'm sure you can give us the good details about them.
So, Dr. Disrespect, not only with the launch of the Call of Duty thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had like 60K viewers while he was streaming that, just playing that. The day before he puts out on his Twitch, he gets a solid 20 or 30K just every day.
Man.
Hey, I got a big announcement tomorrow. And I don't really watch Dr. Disrespect all that much, but he's like, hey, I got a big announcement tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I wonder if he's partnering with Call of Duty or something, which I think he is with the big announcement. He put out like a 2 or 3 minute little fun trailer as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm streaming exclusively on Twitch, baby. And it's like, oh, okay. I think most of us knew/thought that was going to be the case after all the Mixer stuff with Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of thought for Pokemane as well. I think a few other people have taken it. So now Pokemane doesn't need to go around just spitting on random people and getting hundreds of dollars for that or anything like that, right?
Jeez.
Wait. Is that a thing?
What? No, hey, come on, man. Don't interrupt me when I'm talking, man. I'm on a roll, all right? Man? All right.
Wait.
I'm legitimately asking. I'm giving you an opportunity to talk about Pokemane spitting on people. Is that a thing?
Hey.
Okay.
No.
All right, we're taking a point away from that one.
It's a meme, right? Like, oh man, I love Pokemane. She's like the quintessential e-girl. I don't even like. I'm not even worthy of like talking to her or touching her. But if she spits on me, dude, that's that sort of thing, right?
Why do you suck so much?
What? That's fucking awesome. Actually, that's a very funny meme. I like that one a whole lot. That's a real gamer meme right there. I get behind it.
I mean, Dreadnought in the chat just showed up. He says, "Did I just show up to hear Hayo likes being spit on?"
I swear, he just shows up the worst times imaginable, just to hear the worst stuff or to dish out.
No,
like
Dreadnought, spit on by Pokemane. You're missing the important part here.
Hayo, finish your point here.
Before I just completely lose it.
The point is, they were making a bunch of money before, and now they got a whole bunch of money to make more money only on Twitch. And it's like, well, these guys are winning right now. They are winning. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. Hayo likes to be spit on by Pokemane. Dapper, your second topic, where would you like to take us?
All right, let's talk about the most successful and well-liked and well-received streaming service that exists. Let's talk about Google Stadia.
I was going to say, wait, I don't think NVIDIA GeForce Now is in one of the topics this week.
I was going to say, I think it's actually third.
All right. Tell us about this Doom debacle.
So in a move that's surprising everyone, Google Stadia promised another thing that's not actually happening. This one is that Doom Eternal will not run at true 4K on Stadia, which is a thing that Stadia promised. And like most of the other things Stadia promised, is a thing that's not happening. And like the article like tries to give him a little bit of slack by saying that like Doom is an extremely demanding game. And I do sort of get that, but at the same time, I don't think we should ever pass on a chance to dunk on how lazy and uninspired Stadia was in its how much it promised and how like completely incompetently it's rolled out like 0% of those things it's promised.
Yes.
And again, we had some decent split opinions on this show back when news of Stadia first came out. I was on the side that it was going to crash because Google's not a gaming company first, and I think while streaming is the future, I think Stadia was going to try and do it too fast with someone who isn't completely qualified to do it. And we're just seeing another example of that not working.
Yeah.
Just again, another thing. They did so much to talk up how good Stadia would be, and it just seems like every week there's a new thing. Oh, we don't have games, we don't have these features, this game won't run well, this game won't do this feature doesn't exist, this feature will come eventually, and it's all just a bummer, but I called it. So
yeah, actually,
at this point,
I was just saying this week they did announce 3 new games coming to Stadia. Hyle, you'll be happy to hear they now have Monopoly on Stadia.
It's about fucking time, dude. Stadia's saved. I'm gonna buy 200 copies just myself, dude.
Are you fucking? Did they actually announce Monopoly?
Yeah, Monopoly's on Stadia right now. What was it? Hyle, that was one of the games you listed why N64 is a great console. You were like, oh they have
true.
Monopoly.
That's true.
God.
Look, that 3D Monopoly blew my like 18-year-old brain. All right,
18
after playing that.
18.
You're like 5 years younger than me. You were like 2 when the N64 came out.
I wasn't playing Monopoly at that time, dude. I wasn't ready for it. That's a man's game.
I hate you so much. Justin, it's actually your topic right now. So what would you like to take for your second round?
Let's take the Last of Us TV show.
All right, HBO producing Last of Us.
This off guard, and I was super hyped about it. I'm willing to bet that all of us enjoyed The Last of Us.
It's a pretty okay game,
however,
like 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's all right. But what got me about it was Craig Mazin, who was the writer for Chernobyl, and Carolyn Strauss, who is the executive producer for Chernobyl, are both writing and executive show. That kind of gives us a good idea about what the tone is going to be. If anybody has watched Chernobyl, it's fantastic.
A great series.
If you haven't watched it, you definitely should. But I'm really hyped for that kind of like somber kind of tone. I think it's going to work really well with the story of The Last of Us. What really struck me about it as interesting was Craig Mazin's I really don't know how to pronounce his name, but his involvement in the project. At PAX during Gearbox's press event, Randy Pitchford actually said that Craig was responsible for the latest screenplay of the Borderlands movie. And no matter how ridiculous that movie comes out to be, it's interesting to me that this one guy is kind of taking it upon himself to adapt all these video game things into TV shows and films, especially like riding off the heels of. Granted, I haven't seen it, but I mean the box office performance for Sonic was pretty impressive. But it's just I feel like video game media, I guess, like video game things that aren't video games are starting to become more and more popular. And I think as we get more mature writers like Craig, who we've seen create something like Chernobyl, take the helm of projects that are serious, like The Last of Us. I don't know how serious Borderlands is going to be. Let's be real, but it's just interesting to me that we have these mature takes on this, and I'm really excited to see, like, because if this is successful, that means that there's going to be other things and more things and more things, and that's going to draw more and more writers and more like, really versed professionals, and I think that's an exciting future.
Yeah, I think we were talking about the other week on the show when it was kind of like, oh, Sonic is the most successful video game movie ever. I think we're going to see a ton more, I guess, other media content of video games across the next few years because everybody's going to want a piece of that pie. Even if you're Randy Pitchford, and Mizuki, where would you like to take us for the final topic of the day?
Ooh. You know what? We're gonna do Epic acquires Cube Motion with a brief foray into E3, if you don't mind me saying one sentence.
Absolutely. I don't mind. E3
Okay.
E3 being canceled is a big enough topic that we can double on that.
All right. So my one sentence on E3: Xbox, Ubisoft, and Square Enix have now stated they're doing digital events around E3. No shit. You're gonna do a press conference. Obviously, you're gonna do something digital now that there's no E3. What the fuck? This isn't news. Moving on. Epic Games has acquired Cubic Motion, the studio who did the facial animation for God of War and Hellblade. If you've played either of those games, the facial animation for those games is fucking insane. Yeah. It's so good. And Epic Games acquiring them has a couple different effects. One, they take it away from other industries or other companies or make money off those other companies. Mm-hmm. Two, they might start getting some cool built-in facial animations in Unreal Engine. Epic Games owns Unreal Engine. Everyone uses Unreal Engine in terms of AAA studios that are not writing their own engine. If you're not writing your own, you use Unreal. That's really it for the AAA level. So it'll be interesting to see if they start actually integrating a lot of the stuff from Cube Motion into their Unreal Engine and make built-in functionality or relatively easily accessible functionality from the game development side. It would be super cool for AA and AAA studios to be able to use that type of technology without having the humongous monetary cost of developing it in-house or hiring out
all the
Cube Motion on their
people,
own.
Yeah.
Yep. So that could, honestly, this could make a really big leap forward for facial animation in games in general that use Unreal Engine. So I think that's just a super cool thing to think about. Just growth of the whole industry. Even if, that's assuming Epic actually does that and doesn't just keep them in-house to develop in-house games.
Hey man, so, what if in Fortnite we got super high definition facial animations?
Yikes. Oh my god! Put Cinema in Fortnite.
No.
You could pay $10 for oh, never mind. I'm not even gonna go.
Those Fortnite Battle Pass emotes are gonna be facial emotes now.
Exactly.
Oh $5 to raise your eye.
you get the Pokemane spit emote, for $5.
Yeah, I'd be fucking
that is a good point. No, it's super interesting. Or maybe Epic starts developing more first-person games as well.
And they used to develop
Gears of War.
That used to be their thing.
Single-player games, so I meant to say.
Yeah, they used to be the people behind Gears of War until Microsoft fully bought the IP. So maybe they might be returning to form on something like that too. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that is. It was a small article or a small thing, but I thought there was some interesting ramifications behind that, and I think you talked about it really well. All right, but that is going to do it for this week. That means Dapper, Justin, and Hayo, it's time to go home and become family men, because this week's winner is Mizuki.
All right.
Mizuki, are you ready for your minute to win it?
Yeah, why not?
All right, take it away.
All right, so real quick, PSA on coronavirus. Don't freak out, but do be careful. Wash your hands. Don't hang around sick people. If you go to public events, bring some hand sanitizer if you can find it, and wash your hands afterwards. Just don't be dumb. You don't have to wear a bubble suit. You don't have to go to Costco and buy 72 rolls of toilet paper. That doesn't help you. Buy cold meds, if anything. You're gonna get flu-like symptoms. Buy some cold meds. Those aren't selling out. Toilet paper is. You don't get diarrhea with corona, man. The fuck? People are stupid. So, be safe, be smart, don't be stupid. Those are my 3 rules for surviving a pandemic.
I think that's solid advice. Dreadnought in the chat says, Hayo, no spitting. I'm not going to repeat what Hayo just said in the chat.
What he was talking about.
Sure. All right. Do we have some things to plug, folks? Justin, I think you actually specifically do.
All right, so in about a week or so, I'll be launching a personal blog called Hidden Gaming. Pretty much just going to be posting like essays, news, just personal thoughts on games and the industry surrounding them. I'm still taking care of some back end work right now, but I'll be posting everything through my Twitter, which is at 10 tons of Justin. So if you're interested, feel free to slide on by and stay updated.
Man, that Twitter handle is, I'll say, powerful.
I was going for that.
It's
I
very
needed it
heavy.
to stick,
It's a very
you know?
heavy handle.
Hey. Does anybody else have something to plug for this week?
Doing a video for our channel that should be done this weekend.
Yeah.
On the Gold Age of Gaming. So look forward to that. Oh, somebody's calling me.
What is? Nah,
Oh,
Saved by the Bell, dude. What is the Golden Age of Gaming?
You'll have to watch
You'll
the video
find out.
and
You'll find out.
Dapper
There's
Ohio.
not Nintendo's Monopoly. It's over. I'm down. I'm just like it.
It was when Monopoly was launched on the N64 that it began. God damn.
downfall of humankind.
Dapper Ohio, anything to add?
Bridge? Anything?
Watch Beastars on Netflix.
There we go again. The Beastars plug.
I said this last week. I'll say it again. Watch anime.
I'll
Watch it.
plug. Don't do that. Actually, watch.
Damn.
What else I
All
want
right,
to plug?
Rob, give me your goddamn address. Go to your house. Kick your ass.
Don't watch that new Dalmatian show either. Fuck that. Like we've done this already. If you're an adult, it's time for us to stop watching kids shows. We need to only watch adult shows.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Beastars may be an adult show, but it's a little too furry. Let's not watch that. And it's anime. Let's not watch that.
That's going to do it for this week. Remember, next week we'll be back, should be, on our normal schedule of Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But until next time, this has been Around the Monitor.